Hey playa, have you ever said something to your crush and immediately afterwards felt like, oh my god, I should have never said that? Well, that's the question that Gan Lewis asked me when he said, what should I never say to my crush that would ruin my chances? Don't worry, Gan Lewis, I can think of 3 things you should steer clear of saying, and I'll share them with you right after this.
This is the Josh Speaks, you're watching the Josh Speak.
For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Josh, and every single Monday through Friday, I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. And today I want to teach you a few things you should never ever say to your crush. People are always asking me, Josh, should I tell my crush how I feel? And my answer is always no. I think you should show them how you feel. But there are instances where people tell them anyway, and this is generally what happens. They'll work up the courage to finally tell their crush how they feel, and then they'll take it off the deep end and say something like, hey, I really like you, but if you don't like me back, that's okay. You're letting them know right off the bat that if they don't like you back, you're just going to pretend like nothing happened, and you guys are going to go right back to being friends as if everything's cool. The major problem with saying this is that you're showing them that you believe that there's a high chance that they don't like you back. You're not approaching them in a confident way, and you're not telling them how you feel in a confident way. You're kind of just shooting yourself down before you've even tried. And I think the reason why people do this is because it helps them regulate that fear of failure. By simply saying, oh, this is what I want to do, but if you don't like it, it's okay, it makes it easier to accept a no from them, even though you don't really want that. Sadly, what it also does is it erases any display of confidence you may have had walking into the situation. Your crush is going to read on that, and they're going to feel like, hey, if this guy doesn't believe in what he's saying, why should I? The next thing you should never ever say to your crush is to tell them that you don't like them. To play along with this narrative like your feelings just aren't there, and everyone else who said they were is just lying. If your crush or one of their friends asks you directly, hey, do you like this person? Most people go on the defense and say, no, that's not true. I don't actually like them, because they're afraid of what the backlash is going to be. Play this one out for a second. You do actually like that person, but by telling someone that you don't like them, now that thought is going to circulate in your crush's mind that you don't like them, which is going to make it even harder now for you to actually reveal, hey, I actually do like you. Being honest carries its own weight of confidence, and it helps alleviate some of the pressure of you having to hide or even lie about how you actually feel. Yes, you may have to deal with rumors and gossip and all this other chatter from other people, but keep in mind your focus here is you and your crush. They're the person you like, they're the person you want to get with, not everyone else that's just talking. I've done a few videos dissecting this idea of your crush finding out that you like them, whether it's through your friends, through rumors, or through their friends. At the end of the day though, the goal remains the same. You like them, you want to get with them, and that's what you should aim for. Saying something like, no, I don't like you, I only see you as a friend, is only going to hurt your chances in the long run. The third thing that you should never ever say to your crush is something that a lot of people do, kind of unintentionally sometimes. They'll just spam them over and over saying things like, hey, what's up? How's your day? Hey, how's it going? Hey. You may not recognize it because you're on the giving end, but when you're on the receiving end and you see a bunch of messages in line from one person without you responding to them, it just makes them look desperate. Now you might be thinking, well, what other choices do I have? I have to keep messaging her or else I'll never get her attention. But is it the kind of attention that's actually productive? Think about it like this. If you show up at someone's house and you ring their doorbell once, you notify them. They know that you're there and they can respond to you and answer the door when they feel ready. But imagine if someone keeps pressing the button over and over and over and over. Yeah, you're more likely to get their attention, but by the time they get to the door, they're going to be a little annoyed because you spam them. You may get what you want, but there is going to be a cost. And that cost is going to be their genuine interest in wanting to respond back to you and actually carry forward the conversation. I did a video a while back talking about what to do if your crush doesn't respond to your texts, but ultimately the things that you do say to them, you want it to be succinct, you want it to be sharp, and you want it to be something that's attention grabbing so that they can actually engage, not just so you can have a lot of output going towards them. And I would say the fourth thing, which is kind of an unspoken rule as to what you should never say to your crush, is nothing. Too often guys like girls from a distance and they never approach them and never talk to them. They say nothing, which only is going to hurt your chances with actually ever developing something with them. If you're spending your time analyzing every little interaction, every little look, every little smile, every little glance at you, then you're never actually going to develop something with them. It's going to come down to you approaching them, you saying hi, and you starting that conversation. What do you think though? What's something you've said to your crush in the past that ended up hurting your chances? experiences? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. Now, I know there's a lot of you out there that have questions that maybe you want to share in a more private setting with me, so you can always shoot me a DM over on Snapchat or Instagram. I do my best to answer as many messages as I can. Thank you so much for watching. Before you head out, I definitely recommend checking out the videos I have listed over there on the side. Like I said, if your goal is to get closer with your crush and eventually ask them out, you gotta keep learning. You gotta keep digesting this information, but most importantly, you gotta put it into play. Do the things that you want to do here. Don't allow yourself to fall back on just learning stuff and never acting on it. I'll catch you guys next time. As always, love and peace.